It's Sea Duck Again is brought to you by Hackensack Brewing Company and their Imperial Pilsner Auga, which was created in honor of the legendary DJs The Awesome Two. Thick Crates, pure hip-hop satisfaction. Check out their limited edition new releases available now on Instagram. Weaponized Records, an independent music label serving up underground hip-hop. The revolution will not be televised. It will be weaponized. And the Spit Slam Record Label Group. The Spit Slam Record Label Group, a Chuck D situation. Catch us on your favorite streaming platform, on Bandcamp, or visit our official web store at spitslamrecords.com. All releases are available digitally or on CD, with select titles available on vinyl and cassette. The Spit Slam Record Label Group. Throwback to the future sound.
It's C-Doc again.
What's up, party people? It's a Tuesday. This is your man Ultra Mag. It's not C-Doc. He is running late, but the show must go on. And, we got a great show tonight. We got my homeboys straight from Philly. One of them's via satellite, but, they Philly OGs. But tonight we have High and Mighty. And how we rock this as a crew. So I gotta bring number one, the first lady, my homegirl. You know her from way back with K-Day, the OG station. And she's our girl from the heyday of K-Day, Miss Jennifer O'Jenny.
Hello.
There she goes. What's up, Jen?
Hello. Nothing much.
I'm
hoping to God that my internet holds out.
Okay. You staying out of the way of protesters? Y'all wilding over there.
Hey, that's the way we do it in LA.
Hey. I was talking to my brother about it today. He was like, I was there when they had the 92 riots. He was like, it's the same old stuff. So,
yeah. Whether it's Rodney King or O.J. Simpson or doesn't matter.
Right.
It's the way we roll LA. Around here.
LA is going to LA.
Yep.
Anything else going on?
Not a damn thing.
How's my man Stewie Pete? He's nipping at your feet.
Oh, he's right below me. Yeah.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere.
Yep. Nope.
I see.
What else?
I see my nemesis down there. My nemesis, Mr. Flatline. Should we bring him on?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. So
we should.
There we go.
Man, just like that.
I was gonna give you an intro. I was gonna give you the drum roll and everything.
Damn.
Should we bring him on? Yeah, right there you go.
Yeah.
Well, this gentleman below me, he is the man behind Hip Hop Gods. He is DJ extraordinaire. He's the man behind the music. He's the man that pushes the button on the Prospective podcast on Fridays and Mondays.
Yep.
At 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m.
Yep.
10 a.m. Pacific. We have the one and only Flatline.
Wow. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. We got to shout out Chris Kamek is in the building somewhere. He might jump in the comments. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's my dude.
Yeah, from across the pond.
Yo, he I call it my song. I don't care. It's not Chuck D's song. He played my song.
Oh, right. Yeah, he sure did.
It's my song. It's my song.
Yep.
Yeah. So shout out to Chris. That's the homie. I didn't get a tag. Did you? Chris? Is Chris in there? Oh, I got to put in the comments.
Yep. Right here. There he is.
There he is.
There we
He
go.
said, "I'm here."
Chris, salute, brother. What's happening? And thank you for supporting the album and playing the music. Appreciate it. Flatline.
Just in case people don't know,
listen,
Radio Armageddon.
I just got the wax. I got the wax this weekend. Yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. The very first, actually, the name of the High and Mighty album is called Sound of Market. Mm-hmm. The first 12-inch that I bought with my own money, was I Need a Beat by LL Cool J on Def Jam Records.
Yeah.
Now I got a song on Def Jam. That's
incredible. It's incredible.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have I didn't get a tag. You got a show?
I got no show. Next week, it's on once again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I look for the tag because I repost.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't post shit.
Yo,
I don't post anything.
Jennifer's just defiant. She's defiant.
Yeah.
So
I already told somebody today I want all the smoke. Come at me.
Not with us, Jennifer. We're family. We're not with us.
I want all the smoke.
We're family. So Flatline, I was just talking before you got on to our man Mighty Mai, and I'm sure you have some stories to tell us.
Yeah, I do.
About some excursions, but Jennifer, what do you say? We bring on our guests. We bring on Eon and Milo. Let's bring them on. The High and Mighty.
All righty.
Oh, he got the big voice.
Look at him.
So weird seeing you virtually, Barrett, because I just saw you in person,
I know. Twice.
Oh, this is so cute. What's going on?
What's up,
so
fellas?
Cute.
All right. What's cracking?
It's all good.
That is cute, though. Finally meeting in person, that's a cute thing. When you finally meet someone who you've only met on the internet in person, it is cute.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's much needed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Eon, when we meet up, it's not gonna be cute, bro. It's just
Nah, we're gonna be.
It's not gonna be cute.
No smiling.
No smile. Yo, we got an ice grill.
Tough. Yeah.
Jennifer, can you do me one favor? Can you just expand the screen? So it'll be easier when I do the clips.
Expand the screen.
So it goes like I think it goes that perfect.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. So, fellas, I think C-Doc is coming late, but we can't wait for him when we got a new High and Mighty album out.
You can't be late to a group that has Chill Rob G on their new album when you're, you know what I mean?
Right.
Bro, I just saw Chill Rob like 2 or 3 weeks ago at up in North Jersey at the Awesome 2 event.
Oh yeah.
And it's so crazy. I was with my man Cotter Ranks. We're driving up to Hackensack, and we were talking about Ride the Rhythm. We're talking about the whole album and everything. And then I'm sitting in the place, and I look up. I'm like, "Yo, there goes Chill Rob G." So look when I see like my favorites, I run up on them like, "Yo, what's up? Thank you." So and then he did Quarters in Session. He did his verse from The Power. I'm like, oh, bro, this is crazy. Yeah. Craziness.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's beautiful.
Dude, he's crazy. Flatline.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to let you take the floor for a bit because something that they don't know is me and Flatline always fight over like who's the high and mightiest, like who's the biggest high and mighty. all the time. So I'll let you start it off, Flatline.
I mean, I don't know. Where do I even begin? Like, Sound of Market is.
Oh.
Now I've had the pleasure, like, I don't know how long it's been, but Maya's been sending me tracks at least for the last year. So I've kind of like heard the album as it was being created, and then stuff has been changed or remixed or whatever. But man, just not even as a high and mighty fan, but just as a fan of hip hop and how it sounds, like, it's just incredible. I love it. Love it.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
It means a lot. That's dope. Thank you.
So
that's like the only way we know how to do it. Like, that's what we want to do. We're always, paying homage. And this was really about, a certain time and a certain period, and people, who were there kind of know, and, with the whole aesthetic of everything. So it's dope. And it was fun to do. And it's a whole different world of doing it now. So it's great.
Right. Were you guys were you making tracks by yourself and then you brought the guests in, or did you have an idea? Oh, let's see if we can get this guy, and then you kind of almost wrote together, passing tracks back and forth?
A little bit of both. Some of the verses I had already had from another project, so I kind of combined those with new Eon lyrics, and that would make a song. That's kind of how I started. How I tried to get Eon excited about it. I would send them the beat with a Chub Rock verse, a scratching chorus already done, and say, look, man, you just got to write a 16 right here. So I kind of got him motivated. Like, how could you not be motivated by that? You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how it kind of started. It just started as a little couple songs that our distributor wanted us to make, because he said these days when you're a group that had stuff out a while ago, if you make new songs, it kind of attracts fans to your catalog and new people to your old catalog.
Right.
So initially we just wanted to make a couple new songs, and then like me and Eon do it, we just like keep going, man. And that's how we've always done it. It's kind of like it's like we catch the bug, and then it's like we can't stop. It's crazy, but it's still like a side hustle. It's like I'm still in Vegas living my life. He's still in Philly living his life, raising his son. And then it's like on the side, we just made this 15-song album,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. Mighty's Big Five, the DJ track. I don't think a lot of people even know what a DJ track is these days. Even if you're a fan of like the last 20 years or so, you probably don't even know.
No.
So to have you guys continue that tradition with all your albums, to bring that into the mix on the new one it's just such a joy to listen to.
I kind of say this half sarcastically, but it might be true. Like, we're the only group with 5 DJ songs,
No, it's
right.
true.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, you got to keep
That's
that
why
going.
we call it Mighty Ma's Big Five. And it's named after this like college sports league in Philly, the Big Five, where it was Villanova, Temple, Penn, Drexel, and LaSalle, I think. Yeah. And they played at the Palestra, so that's why it's called Live from the Palestra. Just a little like Philly homage sports thing.
Well, now Drexel. When I was at Drexel, they weren't a part of the Big Five. But
you went to Drexel?
Yeah.
Nice.
But now they're
Villanova.
Yeah. Like, actually, I was there when Malik Rose was there, so we went to the tournament twice.
Oh, wow!
Big country. Just I thought Malik Rose was tall, right? I'm like, he's the center. Then I saw him against Big Country. I'm like, oh no, that's the center. I'm like, he's a small forward. He ain't no center.
Have you seen the campus recently, Ultra? They've put so much money into the Drexel campus. It's like beautiful now.
Bro, I try not to go over there because I'm like, I want to start crying because I think I still owe them some money. So I'm like, I don't want to go.
Dude, it's so expensive. My son got in there and it's like 75 a year. It's insane, but the co-op is crazy. It's dope, but
yeah, bro, that was, oh my God, you taking me back to those times. That was crazy. I remember when we first went there is when they first came out with the Macintosh SEs, the Macintosh. So you had to get like the computer. So I remember I would come home on holidays with the computer. It's like, yo, you got a Mac? I'm like, it came with the tuition. Oh, my man Clash, he was there. Listen, he knows WKDU. Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh,
That was
Clash
so
Cities,
crazy.
I like that.
It's so crazy. I used to listen to, when I was a kid, I was WKDU, WHAT with Lady B, DAS. But I guess in my head, I never knew that WKDU was at Drexel. I was just listening to it. I'm listening to wherever hip hop was. And then when I got there, and I'm like, oh, this is WK. Oh, these were the call letters of what I was listening to. I never figured out it was Drexel until I got there.
Right. They had hip hop shows, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think
Cosmic Kev, maybe?
Yeah, later on, Cosmic Kev, he was there. I don't know how long he was there, but I remember when I was in school, Cosmic Kev was there. But I think maybe back in the early 80s, like Grand Wizard Rasheen might have been on there and stuff. Like it was, because I remember they would always be cutting up like It's Time and all that stuff. Now all that stuff. They be, you hear that on the radio, like, yo, what's going on? Because back in the days, you just go up and down the dial trying to find some hip hop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But yo, your guys' homages to like all the Philly stuff. Like I catch all the, like, my favorite song like so far is the one with King T. So Bake McBride, I'm like, yo, they pulling out all the stops. Like, thank you for that stuff, man. It's so nostalgic. It's so nostalgic.
Eon has always been incredible at naming songs and naming groups and labels. He came up with EC and High and Mighty and Bake McBride because King T's last name is McBride, and then Bake is the weed reference.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
Dude, it's so dope. It's so dope. Oh, and then I was thinking I'm gonna Spaceport. I'm like, yo, they brought this back. Like, the video games and everything. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So, thank you guys for that, man.
That was an arcade, Baird, where it was dangerous. If you went in there, you might be told to run your pockets. Give me your quarters. You had to give your quarters up.
Wow.
And now it's a Uniqlo.
Yeah.
And now it's a Uniqlo. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, how did you guys? One of my. I've told you guys this before. One of my top five, and there's a whole bunch of hip hop. One of my top 5 favorite albums is Movies for the Blind.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you guys get the Cage back that we know and love and want? How did you get that guy back?
It took months. Took months for sure. We didn't speak to him about like what style he was going to kick or anything. I think he just felt the hip hop pressure to like come back with a vintage sounding Smut Peddlers joint,
Yeah.
But we didn't say like, hey man, you're going to kick like your old style or anything. But of course, when we got the verse back, we were happy. I mean, I love that verse.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. Yeah. I just assumed it would be that. And just the tone of the beat, kind of like the old EC anthem type, like anti-heroes type thing with the hook. So it's great. And it's, we're blessed to have him. He hasn't done something of that genre in a little while. So it's good. It's like, it also makes me feel good. I'm sure Mai feels the same way in terms of, other people who came back, and did it that we worked on early and like kind of, wanting to be a part of it, like meant a lot to us.
Yeah. That Behold Cage lives like that just, it's like, that brings everything in perspective. That was so dope.
Kind of make us want to do some more Smut Peddlers joints, but like I said, it took like 8 months just to get that verse. So We probably put an album out in 2030.
Right.
Never know.
Just put the request in now, and then
Right.
when the time comes, you'll have it and be ready to
Yeah.
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 But that's still a fun part of it, is the collaboration, because that's kind of like what we did on Home Field Advantage. If you think about it, it was almost like a compilation album with all the guests. So that's always been like a little bit of a challenge for us, but then like when it comes together, it's all worth it, because like me and Eon are fans first, So that this new album, the features are definitely more features of artists who Eon and I looked up to like in our teenage years, whereas the other High and Mighty albums, most of the guests were just kind of like peers of us at the indie rap time, the most Stephs of the world and stuff. But this one is like, King T. I was a King T stan growing up. I always thought I was cool because I liked King T more than NWA. I liked Houdini more than Run DMC. I was that guy who liked the second most popular group more, and that made me cool or something. So I was huge into King T. So when we got him and Tash and Chub Rock, who I was fortunate to work with before, but even Search and Sadat, man, that was crazy.
Yeah, Search, I didn't see that one coming. Like when I heard that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That was so dope. That was dope.
Yeah. Was that an easy verse to get?
Yeah, relatively. I mean, it was right off of when Third Base had done, Noriega's podcast, Drink Stamps.
Yep.
So they were kind of fresh in everybody's memory. I watched it. You kind of, when you watch Search and Pete, like you can't help but like delve right back into becoming a Third Base fan, and all the drama and all the bullshit, but it's still like, it brings me right back to 12th grade listening to the Cactus, So I think I sent the request to Search right after I watched the Drink Champs.
Wow.
When I saw that, I'm like, cause big Third Base fan. So, Pete and Search, and I mean, Rich too, even though whatever, it's not getting into that, but I love them guys. So it was great to see Search on there, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And dope. So dope that you got Tash on there. That was another one. Even though it's just a hook, I was like, man, like between him and Sadat, those are like the hook masters on this album.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They're very
Tash lives in Vegas. Him and E Swift both live in Vegas, so they're locals for me, and they were very cool to work with. I mean, E Swift was before when he got me King T before, and it's like when you are getting collaborations, the experience can be like super cool, or it can be kind of drama laden for no more reason than like that's what hip hop's supposed to be. Like some of the artists, the old school artists, feel like confrontation is the only way to move forward. You know what I mean? Yeah. So a couple of the experiences were like that, but mostly it was just real laid back and cool. And me and E felt like there was no pressure this time around, There's no handing the album in and listening to it in the raucous listening station and wondering what you're going to think about it. It was just like Eon says, it's back to just me and Milo. Like that's how it started. That's how it's going to end.
Yeah, that's right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Any plans for a remix album, just out of curiosity?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's going to come in about 6 weeks.
Oh.
A whole remix album. We got about 25 remixes. A lot of it was relationships that I made through Twitch and through Bandcamp, and finding kind of the new remixers and the guys who are big in the 45 world, like Bacon, I got that guy Jim Sharp to remix the Alchemist one. He's huge in the 45 world. So that felt really good, kind of like bringing generations together. Like most of those cats are in their 30s or early 40s. You know what I mean? So they're the generation before me and E, but they know about us. And so it was cool when I approached them to do a remix. They were like flattered, but I'm like, damn, man, like you got the hot shit. So it was like a mutual thing. And then they watch my Twitch streams and I get to play their joints, and they got joints on Spotify for the first time. So it was a good feeling of kind of bringing generations together.
Yeah, love that. Love that. That's great. I did have. I'll go to my prop here, but taking it back 20 years. This just turned 20. I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But you guys worked with Sean Price on 2 tracks, right? And Tame 1. Do you have any like stories in the creation of those tracks or anything?
We had a lot of fun with Sean Price. Like at that point, I think he was doing stuff like a couple of different projects where some kind of amalgamation of different things that I was like seeing him at different spots. And it was really dope. And I remember one time, you know, we took a train ride, like we took the train together, like I lived in Union Square and he was maybe going somewhere, and like we rode together and we were just completely talking about like he had businesses in the South and like a barber shop and different stuff about properties and stuff. And he was just like the most hilarious person. So I think like, you know, just having that, you know, that train ride, I'll never forget that. It's just like a real life thing. I love all those kind of experiences with hip hop people because, you know, and then how he did like the hook and it was like so dope and then the other stuff. So it was just, you know, it was at a great time when I think it was kind of as he was being really starting to be celebrated. And I guess what, 05, I guess it was kind of his peak too of like, you know, different things like the Mike Tyson album and all that stuff. So I thought that was amazing. And, you know, just the songs were, you know, fun to do. And, you know, he's on the hook of one. It's like so crazy. So it was a great experience with him for sure.
It's amazing. Yeah. What else you got, Ultra? I had one other.
I want to ask Eon, just so, you know, Ma was talking about, you know, you guys getting back into it. Were you writing the whole time or like,
no,
did you have to get, so how was it, how hard was it for you to get back into writing? Like,
well, I think it was good, like how my, like said before, like easing me into it. And like how, you know, we would go like these ones, like the King T one, and like there's one you'll hear like the artifacts drawn, and you know, there's different ones where I just did 1.5 verses and stuff like that. So like it eased it in. And then I remember like hearing these beats and just like, you know, like the Too High Whitey shit, like just hearing that was just automatic, like just writing and like it just came. And but I guess it just like kind of opened up my brain to really doing it. And it's like, I guess like a spigot or like riding a bike. Like I just didn't do it straight up, like did not do it at all. And then I had a couple weird verses, and then like sometimes I would write stuff, and you know, it's different now. Like people do stuff on the phone. Like I remember like I'd be like walking down the street and I would really start to just it's literally so stupid, like try and just be like, oh, like, yeah, like that's dope. That, you know, observing that and that and that, and just like kind of got really into like jazz, like, you know, like jazz. So you hear all those like references and like, you know, like these baseball things. And it's literally stuff like I could be in a room and it's around me, or I could be whatever. So it was just good. And then it was just about like really doing it. Like once we got rolling and then just kept going and going. So, you know, it's awesome. And now it's just like, I want to keep going. And, you know, you're older, I'm 53, go through a lot of stuff, and I've basically raised a kid. And then your head though can still do this. It's great. And you've got to, you know, you forget of like what it gave you, and like so it gives back. And so like it's been able to do that because like Mai's been able to do different music. He had his, you know, doing kind of like different genres and different things. But I've been doing like real estate for like 20 years now, and like I do that full time. But this has just been great. It's like I think it's just part of nostalgia, like how people are like collecting things and doing it's just part for me of what I wanted, like what I did. So like I'm just doing that, and it just comes back, and it's very therapeutic.
Right.
We're proud to be part of the urban contemporary old man rap genre, you know?
Yeah, and someone would say like diss it. It's not even about that. It's just that you can still do it. You know, what I rap about is not anything that's like it's timeless. It's just like whatever. It's observations and different things. So it doesn't have to be different, or it could be. Like who knows? Like can be whatever it wants. Like that's what my saying. There's no pressure. It's like whatever, you know.
Right. It's just
The only pressure is Eon now rhyming in front of his son in the studio, you know?
Right, exactly. Like that was terrifying.
Parental pressure.
Yeah, that was terrifying. And that like he has to hear it. There's a couple lines, you know, obviously just like the general Eon stuff, but you know, there's a couple things that, you know, pertain to him. So it's good. You can't embarrass him though. Can't, you know, I'm trying not to embarrass him, but half doing it and like he likes it. But he's like, I think, dude, like here's a hilarious, he'll kill me for it. He got his 4 wisdom teeth out this morning. Like I was with his mother and like she was getting like the medicine, like the prescriptions. And he wasn't like all funny. Like I was recording him, like he was like real ignorant, but he was like, woo, and I was playing our stuff. And he was like, I like this one. I was like, thanks. And then later I saw him and he was like, I don't even remember seeing you this morning. It was pretty funny.
We were doing songs with OC and, you know, Artifacts and all these big names, and he was not impressed. It wasn't until we got the Alchemist song.
Exactly.
And Lucas Meltzer said, damn, y'all got an Alchemist beat?
Right. Well, he told, because his friends, because he also definitely has friends who are like in that genre and like, you know, Larry June and like Griselda and stuff like that. So the boom bap has definitely come back, and especially with like some of those Kendrick hits that are just straight boom bap. You know, I think that, you know, he started to, you know, appreciate it. So, you know, I think a little bit he like, but he still likes, you know, all the modern stuff though.
Right.
As he should.
Can I just say that the man for who the show is named has joined us, and since all of you are running blind.
No, I didn't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
There he is. There he is.
Chill Rob G lover.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Oh, thank you for being here.
We need you to remix that Chill Rob G copyright, John.
Yeah, right. I guess I should, huh?
Yeah.
That was that all happened by. I don't know if Copy told you, but that all happened by accident, right? Did you know that? Did he explain the whole thing?
No, I mean, he had gotten Chill Rob, and then he had done a song with Chill Rob, and then brought it over to the album. Then Eon got on it.
Yeah, so Copy was on the show, and we were just talking about stuff, and I think he pulled out a Chill Rob G tape or something. Chill Rob came up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, man, I love that shit." And I'm like, I'm working on a new album with Rob right now. He's like, really? He's like, word. He's like, can I get on that? I'm like, yeah, of course. So afterwards we talked, and he's like, yeah, send me whatever. I'll jump on it. I was like, okay, cool. And he goes, do you think Rob would do a song with me? I'm like, yeah, probably to return the favor. And then the next thing I knew, he was like, yeah, I'm sending it to Milo, and it's going to be on the new High Mighty. I was like, really? Wow. Okay. That's great. Fantastic. So
that totally makes sense, because when I sent it to Rob, he was like, oh, that's your rapper who goes third, right? I said, yeah. He said, tell him thank you for all like the Chill Rob G references.
Oh, yeah. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I ended up sending Rob some dough for it, just because I couldn't stand to have him on the album for free, you know?
Oh, that's so dope. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great.
And also we got to reemerge that first beat, right? Like remember, like it was a different beat. Like my whole flow is to that other. Do you remember that first beat?
Yeah.
We got to hear that again. I want to hear that again. Maybe we'll put that out.
So we kept the Artifact song and the Esoteric song off this. We're going to put it on the vinyl version, but then we're going to put out another EP later this year and put those songs on it, do some new songs. You remember that song we did on 12th Man called Dumb?
Yeah.
Where Eon's talking about all the dumb stuff in life. We're going to do a part 2 for that. So
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, that was actually one of my questions, and I apologize since I was late. I don't know if I missed it, but were there songs that went through major changes? Like were there a lot of them, or did it happen a lot, or was it just a couple of songs? Did I miss this question? I'm sorry.
No,
okay.
Not really. No, but that one, the Chill Rob one is a different beat. That's what I was saying kind of to my whole flow. Like there's this other beat and it has like, I kind of forget it now, but it's different. So that was different. I'm just actually looking. I'm just
actually the intro to the album, 2-Man Crew.
Oh yeah,
crazy kazoo sample.
It's like bananas.
And then I said to myself, like, people are either going to love or hate that sample. So I don't want the very first thing to people hear on the album to be like kind of polarizing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
it is. It's crazy. But we should put that on.
Right.
Like, get ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Now, if I play something on my computer, would you be able to hear it, or is it coming? The audio is being used, right? It won't play something out of iTunes.
I don't think it will.
Yeah.
Is it something you can send over and we could load in?
It's no big deal. I was just
Okay.
gonna play the original version, but it's no. We'll do it when the EP comes out.
Okay.
And then a couple songs had other people that didn't go. Like Prism was that beat there was someone else who did something on it.
Yeah, we have Brother Jay from X Clan on.
Right.
And it didn't work out. Sorry, man. That would have been crazy, but yeah. So that was the biggest one that had to change. And then,
Right, but it became a large Professor Tash song, so that's
it's just
that's acceptable.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no offense to Brother Jay. I'd love to do something, but it changed the whole complex of that. It's like incredible what it morphed into, for sure.
Oh, thank you for that hybrid cipher. I don't know how to respond, but I put a lot of time into my Twitch sets, man. So thank you for appreciating them.
Yeah. One thing that I was happy to see, because I remember you guys have been on here a couple times, but my brother is familiar with your guys' work, and he's a big Master Ace fan. So he was like, "I bet you ain't gonna talk to him about the disc." But it was great to see you guys turn that into a fun thing and use that as a hook. Milo, can you just break down that story as quick as you can of what happened?
We were all Philadelphia Eagles fans. We would all get together every Sunday in Tribeca in New York and watch the Eagles through our friend John Schechter, who started The Source.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you know the story. Tone Deaf, is that his name?
Yeah, of course it is.
He was at a show. He heard Cage say, ran into a slaughterhouse. He was paying homage to Master Ace. He wasn't dissing him. Tone Deaf went back to Master Ace and said, "Yo, I was at this High and Mighty show and they were dissing y'all." Meanwhile, we weren't even at that show. So Ace didn't do his research, which is surprising because he's such a hip hop legend and does everything by the book. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he said he needed a second verse. So he decided to diss us. So then I called him. I mean, I had his number and everything. I wouldn't say friends, but definitely acquaintances. And I said, "Yo, man, I just heard that record. How you dissed us, man? I thought we were cool." He's like, "Oh, that's you?" I was like, "Wow, like you didn't even know who you were dissing." But I could tell because he says you guys sound like two high whiteys, and there's only one rapper in the group, Yeah. So we had squashed it. I thought it would be funny to kind of use it. I slowed it down to make him sound demonic.
Yeah.
Just kind of went with that like blues sounding beat. I don't know. So we used it. Perfect. I saw his producer, what's his name?
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo. I had tweeted out when I was making the session, I tweeted out, when your heroes diss you, turn it into a chorus. So Marco Polo retweeted it, and then I saw Master Ace liked it. So it seems like there's no hard feelings, and he thinks it's funny. I don't think he's going to come after us for the sample.
Yeah. That was great to see, man. I love that. I love that. Yeah.
But we were heartbroken at the time because we were
that was
Master Ace fans, man. And even though it was a misunderstanding, it's like they're on wax forever, you know?
Yeah.
And people love that Master Ace album. So that made it even worse. Like people rave about that album.
I know.
Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
What can I tell you?
Hey, Milo, did your shirt originally have sleeves? Because I have that same shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Jim bound now.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, oh man, I didn't know if they had the sleeveless version. Or
I ruined all my shirts with sweating, so the answer is to cut off the sleeves.
Gotcha.
And then you're in Vegas. It's probably 7,000.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what's so funny? It's not to start any trouble, but you just said you had a song with Esoteric. I hated 7L and Esoteric for the longest time because I felt it was like you guys were like similar, but I'm like, I'm going with the home team. And then Cage, you know, with the whole beef with them. But it's like now I love them. But for the longest time, I was like, man, I don't listen to them. I'm EC, Weatherman, the whole thing. But anyway, I was a kid.
Yeah, me too. So, I mean, you know, but no, I really started appreciating everything like the Czar face and just kind of the genuine dude that he is. Like you see him online, he's just, you know, he's so cool. And like you see his family and the dogs and everything. He's mad cool. Big up to Eso. And no, I hear you. Like how they had similar, you know, experiences, you know, like same kind of age and similar kind of experiences, you know. They were a little younger, I think. But
yeah.
Well, like that was the thing back then. The whole hip hop world, even the indie hip hop world, was just fueled by beef, you know. And like seems like hip hop, although it's still beef is still, you know, Kendrick Drake, the #1 story in the world. Like it's still happening. But like back then, it just seemed like it was happening just for the sake of happening, so people would have something to talk about. So finally, I was just like, yo, I can't even keep up with the drama, you know? I was trying to run this label, man, and with Eon and trying to make music, and like the bullshit got like very thick and, you know, not to the point where it's like, this isn't worth it anymore, but it was just like unnecessary after a while, you know?
Yeah.
And then everyone has like a big ego. And you all, you know, the two rules are you always at some point hate the people that are paying you. At some point, you just hate them. And then you know, like you kind of, you know, it kind of runs its course, or like people are like, you know, I'm not going to be Jay-Z. So like, you know, no one's preventing me from that. And it just didn't happen. And then, you know, years later you have it. Like, that's why, you know, we had the stuff with Cage and Copyright both like dissing us and kind of coming back to life and like being like, because again, you always at some point hate or resent or something the people that are paying you because you think you're going to be bigger. But everyone has that, I thought.
Yeah. Good time.
Any other collaborations that you want, that like dream collaborations, I guess I should say, for the future that you'd like to put out into the universe? Like, I don't know. Like Pete Nice. Like, can we get Pete Nice on a High and Mighty track?
Yeah, I'll do a baseball card song with him.
You and I were just talking
I'll do a whole fucking baseball card song with him.
Yeah.
Text him
Why
right
is he
now.
on the list?
Yeah. I would also like to do a weird, I'm going to put this out there. I want to do a Rose Bowl remix with like Evidence, and I don't know if Tafari would be down, but that'd be hot.
He's still rhyming.
Like on some West Coast shit.
Yeah.
He's religious now or something, right?
No, I know. He had his daughter. I think his daughter. I saw, you know, you just watch these things on whatever on social media, but no,
I'll just make a note. I'll make
No. I'll make a clip of this. I'll put this up. We'll put this out to the world.
Yeah.
No worries. I'll make a clip. We'll put this out. We'll tag them.
Tell Ev to just record on it. It's one loop. It's just 1 3-minute thing. Just tell him do a verse.
You're telling them.
Right.
I was trying to get young Einstein from Ugly Duckling to do it to remix the King T joint. Man, I've gotten up on his beats kind of later. That's another thing that doing these Twitch streams has really made me do, is get up on a lot of stuff that I kind of slept on the first time around. You know, I think I was like a hip hop snob, and I was like Eastern Conference or bust. You know what I mean? But there was so much stuff that I overlooked at the time. Even Doom, man. Like me and Eon were super into Doom when he was out, and now it's like I love listening to those joints. They're just packed with entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like a DOS Effects record, just reference after reference, pop culture, everything. And so, Ugly Duckling Beats is one of the things I've gotten up on recently, because most of my Twitch sets are live blends. So I search for instrumentals for hours to put with acapellas. So Young Einstein's beats are so good for blends. Tons of change ups and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Dope shit. Yeah.
Duckling
joints.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you guys talk about the artwork?
No.
I love the fact, and you've done this across all your albums, is that it always has the banner at the top, the high and mighty, the consistency there.
On the bottom.
This time it's on the bottom.
On the bottom.
Yeah, but you still do it like that. You never change the type.
Right.
You know, that was my point. You always had kind of like the typeface. Yeah. It's not necessarily a logo, but just the way it's presented or whatever. Yeah. So I appreciate that. Yes, that it's it matches up with the other albums. You know.
This kind of semi-famous New York graffiti artist did the EC logo and the High and Mighty logo.
Gotcha.
He wrote Forge, Forge. This guy named Jason Rodriguez, but then he just disappeared. We wanted him to keep going because those two logos really stuck over the years, you know.
Yeah. Who did the artwork for the new record?
This guy unknown, Andy, who used to be one of the art guys at Raucous.
Oh, okay.
AK-47.
He actually has an album coming out.
Oh.
That I just did some scratches for, but
oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, we've known him forever. He did all even when, the Brian Life stuff we would do, like he would do all the layout, and he really helped us. And one thing, he really helped was kind of, getting us together with like the theme and getting like all these old pictures. So like for the singles, it was kind of dope. And then, just I don't know if you know the picture from the album cover, but that's an old picture and it's kind of modified. It used to say Sound of Market Street. And that was like one of the original ones. And you'll see on the back is the back cover of the vinyl is going to be this other part. That's another picture kind of related to it. And those were dope. They're online. It's like on Hidden Philly. Maybe Ultra Mag, you may know that. But it's like there was a couple like 1981 and they went around and they took all these random pictures all over Center City. Wow. And so that was one of them, and we contacted them and we were lucky to get that. They just came out with there's a huge photographic like exhibition in Philly. It's from like 1950 to now. So that was part of it. It's pretty dope. But we were lucky, and that was just trying to, pay homage to, what we would do.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, it looks great, man. It really
Andy killed it. Andy always, he always killed it. And we kept coming and like being like this. Should we put the logo high? Is it weird on the bottom? And he really he worked with us. So it's it was great.
And then we've been using this video guy besides the one that Ultra did for us for the Chubb Rock video. We've been using this other guy out of Miami, and he was able to, through AI, I don't know if you saw the promo video.
Yeah.
Take it to live street.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's my favorite kind of AI, just the stuff that's not overdone. I like when you make the photographs come to life. You know, you saw that. You saw the one where people did it with old hip hop clubs.
Yeah.
That shit was incredible.
Ron Lawrence does those.
Yeah.
From
like
Two Kings in a Cipher. Amen Ra.
Amen Ra, yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that's doing them.
Have you seen the ones where it's like the LL Cool J, like
Yeah,
bigger and
ones I'm
deafer,
talking
and then is that him?
Yeah. So he did it, but he just put like a basic soundtrack behind it. So I edited them and tried to bring the songs in.
Yeah, those songs are
But
crazy.
then too many people were hitting me up like, yo, you didn't do that. I'm like, I put him in the post and said, yo, it's Amen Ra. But so I stopped doing them. I left him alone. I'm like, I'm sick of people inboxing me. I left it alone. I let him live. The rollout for the album. So, because it's been a long time, but listen, I love how this rollout happened. It's like you guys would do a single, you do a video, you do the promo. Yep. Was that all along? It seems like all along building the songs, like, and you just like, was it planned or just organic?
Well, our distributor was telling us that like these days, it's all about like how you present the project, and it's almost like a release is an EP in itself, like the way it's on Spotify and the way it's presented digitally on the DSPs. So like each single had remixes and instrumentals, and we put the acapella and the TV track. So even though it's a single, there's like 6 or 7 listings for the song. So he's like, when you do it like that, like it brings attention to the group. So that was kind of the goal, is to have remixes for each song and, you know, kind of put them packaged as little EPs.
That was dope. Because it's like every time it was like, oh, there's a new High and Mighty joint. And then you get all that together. It was like, and then Flatline's like, yeah, he already sent it to me. You didn't hear it yet. I'm like, yeah. Well, he sent me this. We always fight over you. I'm telling you.
Oh, but it'd be like a real 12-inch where you would have like the TV track and this.
Yeah,
we should do like a real, like a TV track with like echoes of like the ad libs, like
dub mixes,
right?
Yeah, old Just Ice records.
Just do those.
I love doing those.
Yeah.
No one
going way back. So dope.
Does anyone do those?
Not really.
Yeah.
Aside from me, no.
Okay, good.
I think I'm the only one. I don't know. I'm not anymore.
No, man.
Yeah. I forget what I did. I did something and I sent it to Chuck. He's like, "Yo, we got to do more of these." And
man.
The B-Boys. I did them for the B-Boys too.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I remember like the Just Ice one, right? And it would come in all loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Licking lyrics.
Yeah, Marley and
Marley was good at it.
Marley was good at those picking boogers.
Oh, the You Gots to Chill one was incredible.
Oh yeah.
First Priority also had the dope joints too. All that stuff.
Yeah. So I remember when Ultra and Flatline told me about that you guys put the first single out. I was like, oh, I got to go check it. And then the fact that there were the remix and the instrumental, I was like, yo, this is dope. This is how it should be done. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
So I don't know if we're the only ones that appreciate that, but shit,
That's who we're making music for now,
Yeah, it's just that's the only way we know how to do it too. And it's just it's fun and it's it's great, man. It's been great.
Yeah. Actually, how do you guys? So, thinking about that, you guys just had an album. LL had an album last year. Chuck C-Doc just produced Chuck's new album. Light, Rakim. Like, do you guys feel like it's like a resurgence? Like something's happening, or how you feel about that?
Yeah, I felt it definitely with like the Pete Rock and Common album, like that one, and like it actually getting like some notoriety. And I was excited. I was like, our John's gonna come out. So, and I did feel that other people were doing it. You did. Like it's just cyclical, and it's just that's all it is. It's like, we're coming back, and it's just like all the '90s stuff. Like baggy jeans are back, man. That's how you know. That's all it is. And it's all the same thing. And it's, like, oh, let's go listen to like like now at Target, they have like the record, they have like the Chronic or something. Like, I'm just like, here, so I do think it is cyclical and like, but it's, it's dope. And I don't know if it's, I know it's not like we're like big in any way, but like I really liked how like that came last summer, and it was like the biggest song, and it was a Rodney O and Joe Cooley song. Like I don't know if that like made more like the 4/4 beat a little bit more popular, and then some like the other Kendrick songs, but I don't know if that's again like just part of like a frequency or something. I don't know, but it's back. It's like everything. It's like collectibles and things. How people from COVID and stuff started like when they're in your own room and like you make it dope. Like you should see it. I have like a whole room. It's like my room from back when I was like young, and like people like collectibles and people are buying that stuff, and like 40s and people like that. So it's kind of about that, and it's like right in tune with that. So it's kind of dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's garbage. Like there's not good. There's a couple of good like movements and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Griselda and stuff, and what Alchemist is doing, and like that. But like the mainstream stuff is like horrific. Like I have a 19-year-old son. I've listened to it the whole time. Like he went to Kendrick and SZA. Like, he got that, but he also loved Drake. And like, so I've witnessed this, and it's very frustrating, like he'll be like, oh, listen to this new John. And we're in the car, and I'm like, oh, and like, but I respect it and I get it. And like, we're older, but it's dope that this kind of came back. It's dope.
Yeah. That's great. My nephew is like that. He always like, he's telling me, yo, you got to check out this guy. And I'll listen to his brother. My brother is like, yo, it's Cool G Rap or nothing else, but I'll at least listen to it. But at the same time, my nephew likes like Doom, or he likes, like, I actually bought him for his birthday the first Beastie Boys record. I was like, just listen to this, like, listen to how this sounds or whatever. So he listens to stuff. So, but it's his time. He's got to listen to what he listens to, but you still got to feed him, that other stuff. Like we were fed, our parents played the music, we listened to it, so I still feed them some real hip hop.
Right. Good. That old stuff.
Yeah. Oh, makes you feel so old. My God. Hey man, listen. We're on the other side of the rainbow. Well, not the rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not the rainbow.
Yeah.
On the other side.
I mean, but we're in a good. Again, like we always say, we're in a good place. Just the amount, because if anybody says hip hop sucks now, I'm like, then you're just not listening.
Oh,
you're not looking.
Yeah,
you're not listening.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, I gotta. You know what? I've never told Eon this. I gotta tell. This is crazy. Eon, this was maybe. This is 10, 15 years ago. This was a while ago. This was like a Friday night, and I needed to get some sneakers. So I drove from Jersey over to Philly, and I was going to Samsung on South Street. So there was a side street like coming up where Jim Steaks was before you hit South.
Yes.
So I'm coming from this side. There's a man, woman, and a child coming from this side, and there's a big crack in the sidewalk, and it's like snowy outside. So seeing this family on the other side, I should have let them walk ahead of me, but I just kept on moving because I had to get my sneakers. So as I walked, me and the gentleman, we meet. It's like, yo, what's up? He said, what's up? I hear the voice, and as I walk, I said, yo, that's Mr. Eon. I know the voice.
What?
But the lady on the other side with the child is looking at me like, you mother, you should have let us. Gave me this look like, and I walk, and so as I walk away, I'm like, damn, that was Mr. E. I'm like,
well, that's funny you say that, because I lived that's when I moved back to Philly from 06
Yeah.
to like 11. I lived on 4th and South. I lived like
Yeah.
20 yards from gyms.
Yeah.
I lived down 4th, where
Yeah.
a little street called Gaskill.
Yeah.
But I used to go right there because there used to be a place called Philadelphia. So Philadelphia still didn't now, that's 20 years ago. Don't front and say it was 10 years ago. It was 20 years ago.
Okay. 20.
Or like 15. No, it's like 15. But I lived there, and definitely. That was definitely me.
I apologize, sir. I should have let you.
Well, if that was my ex-wife, I'm sure she, gave you some attitude.
but rightfully so, though. Rightfully so. I should have let.
Yeah, you never know there.
Anyway, I never told you that story.
Yeah, that's great. No, yeah. I had one time I was trick-or-treating, and it was some dude I found out later, he was kind of down with like the whole suplex crew, like they have the store and stuff, like the sneakers. Yeah. And I was trick-or-treating with my son. He was like, Mr. Eon, what's up? And I was just like, it was again during the years of like not really, doing anything, not being recognized, like definitely like 2011 and 12. So I was with like my son. I remember that happening and just getting like randomly recognized. It was pretty funny.
You can't escape that. You can't escape that voice. Number one. And I think I told you before. I was what's the place with all the right on Market Street with all the food eateries right on
Reading Terminal.
Yeah, Reading Terminal. I was in there with my homegirl, and I saw you. I'm like, yo, that's Mr. E. She's like, who? She's like, go talk to him. I said, nah, he's chilling. I said, he's chilling. Leave him alone.
I was out going to Sankey. I was probably like working. I was probably like in work clothes, right? Like,
yeah. I said, let him live. Let him live.
God,
I
man.
just recognize it.
Maybe we could just blow up, and I won't have to do my job anymore.
Right.
Hey,
We'll see.
You never know.
On platinum gold, as my man Jassoon says, platinum gold.
Platinum gold.
I was going to ask, are there any plans for you guys to do any shows?
Funny you should ask. We just got a show in New York on July 12th. So,
no. Wow. Dope.
It's a Fat Beat show. I think we're going to be opening for Large and Pete Rock, maybe. It's still kind of in the making, but July 12th. Let's all meet up in New York.
Yeah, just come through, please. I definitely want to do some shows, and like, I would love to. So if you're out there and you want to do it, hit some kids up for sure. The spot shows would be best. Like I gotta, it's tough to get away, but I'm down. I'm ready. I'd love to. I'm hyped to do these Johns too. Like it's gonna be fun.
That's dope.
And Milo, when you get on the East Coast, I got this live podcast. I need both of y'all on it. So
Where do you do it out of Jersey? You do it out of Jersey?
No, in Center City.
He does it in Old City, dude.
At the Khyber Pass.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
that's
my dad lives on 3rd and Vine. He's like 10 blocks from there. He lives right there.
Yeah. I think first joint we had was Mr. Len. We had Jazz Soon second. Next we got Phil Mo's Chill, and we should have Elder Sensei for the next one. So, you know the era.
We're here.
Nice.
Okay.
That'll be dope.
Yes, sir.
Probably that week that we're in for the New York show. We'll do it that week or something.
That makes sense, right?
All right.
Let's set it up. That'll work.
That makes sense.
Hell yeah.
Absolute sense. Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer. Did you guys say when the vinyls?
Cop cars. And now
the vinyls coming out.
What'd you say?
Vinyl, CD, and cassette through a company called RRC out of Amsterdam. They used to be Tough Gong. They put out all Alchemist's vinyl and stuff like that. So it'll be out probably, I think, in August. It'll have the Artifacts and Esoteric song on there and double vinyl. That's what we're waiting for.
Can we get an Amsterdam show?
Yeah, we should.
That'd be great. That'd be great for them.
Right?
That'd be wonderful. We would love to do that.
Gotta put it out there, man. You gotta put it out
know.
into the universe.
Please.
Hey, if y'all need a hype man, you know, I used to say say
No.
Eon's lyrics on Eon's lyrics on stage. So
All right, let's go.
I'm your hype man.
Thank you for that, Knockwurst, for that compliment. I got the chat live on the. I just haven't figured out how to respond in the chat, but
That's all right. He's got his money ready for the wax. So
yes, sir.
Of course, you know that.
yep. Are there going to be any bundles available where you can get all three?
I would think so. I'm not really sure the way that whole world works. I mean, I can't believe people are still buying CDs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought CDs were dead.
Nope. I don't.
Those
It's
are
funny. I don't even have a
cassettes.
CD of that yet. Oh,
But do you play the CDs?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you like the act of, just like records. Like I think that's another whole philosophical thing I have of, because you're slowing down. You're just not like, oh, you want to hear this? Boom, boom. You have to like, oh, hold on a second. Boom. You have to close
Dedicate
down.
the time to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I got totally into vinyl, just like this old jazz shit. And so that's all I'm doing. It's dope.
Yeah. It's
Your brain down.
it's definitely good to. We kind of make family time out of it. Like, hey, I'm gonna go instead of putting the TV on. I'm like, I'll put a record on, and we all just kind of hang out and sit in the living room. And
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's nice. We don't do it enough, but we need to do it more.
Great.
But yeah, it's fun.
I've seen the post with your son holding the record covers.
Yeah,
Those are cool.
Yeah, been doing that for a while. It's his reaction to some of them is the best. Like sometimes, like I'll give him iced tea power, and he's like, "Ooh,
what's that, Daddy?"
Yeah. Oh, he's like, he looks at me and he like, gives me the eyebrows. He's like, Or like, you're a little shit, man. He's funny.
And you're in New York, C-Dot?
No, I'm in Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
None of us in the big city.
Yeah, I know. I used to go out there all the time. I don't go out there as much anymore. So I told Ultra though I'm going to try to get out to the Awesome 2 stuff at the brewery.
Yeah, I think they got one on in like 2 weeks.
Oh shit.
No, but it's every month all summer. So if you missed this one, I think Tricky T, he was hitting me up last time. He was like, "Yo, I gotta come up there and do my song." I'm like, "All right, well, do Johnny the Fox next time." So I think he's gonna be there. He was hitting me up.
Nice.
So
nice.
People just get. I was telling him, I saw Rob there.
Yeah.
So it's dope. And what's the name was Sugar Ray from Double X Posse. People just show up. It's crazy. It's a hip hop who's who.
That's dope.
Jersey has a lot of good MCs, man.
Crazy.
Yes,
MCs.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Crazy.
South Jersey is always been lacking, but we're trying to.
Well, they had Grand Poobah, Poobah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Crown Rulers.
Yep.
3-2 down. Yes.
Yep.
And these gentlemen made a classic song out of that hook.
Have you ever heard DJ Too Tough tell the story? Yo, I was in jail, and then I hear over the radio this B-Boy Document song come on. I said, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. Hey, Milo. So about two months ago, C-Dot? It's about 2 months ago when we were in Philly.
Oh yeah. Yep.
About 2 months ago, me, C-Doc, some other people, Phil Most Chill. Imagine us driving around like North Philly all day with DJ Too Tough. It was an experience.
Yes. I've never heard so many cocaine stories in my life.
Oh,
did he show you how it's all gentrified now?
That too.
Where he lives?
Yep.
He's on he's I guess not Northern Liberties, but Fishtown.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like badass Fishtown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they have all these nice little.
I played Little League, and they would be Maybe I wonder if Too Tough played Parkway, Mike.
He doesn't seem like an athlete.
You never know. You could have been like Mikey Marcy and then went to a life of crime or whatever. Life of DJing.
Well, those old neighborhoods are either gentrified or they're the neighborhoods where everyone's walking around on that drug where they're, they're.
Oh,
Yeah.
zombie.
No, that John it's very gentrified now because I saw that he was just talking about it and he was like the playground where they took the pictures at night is 7th and I think it was either 7th and Master. Yeah. So like that, I know where that is. It wasn't, but now that's just completely different. It's like crazy.
C-Doc had the experience. He was driving around. He's like, "Oh, these people are giving out free pizza." I'm like, "Yeah, that's methadone pizza." Like,
It has like an orange glowing liquid on top of it.
Yeah, it's methadone pizza, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Our boy Will from Philly, One Take Will, he was the DJ for the Goats. Remember the Goats on Rough
Yeah,
House?
word.
He just became a judge in
Yes.
Wow.
He just got elected as judge.
Wow.
Mazel tov. The man.
Oh,
Amazing.
that's dope.
Yeah. Hip hop growing up,
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your style with the dog. I'm gonna do one also.
Uh-oh.
Put him in the camera,
There you go.
Look, he's only got 3 legs.
I know. I was about to send you my 2.
Oh, he's only got 2 legs?
No, I was about to
I only
send
have
you
1
my
leg.
2 cats.
Oh.
I was about to bring them to you.
Okay.
You just need more cats.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Anything else? I missed. I got to go back and watch the beginning of the show.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Well,
we
also
just put
from
out a new album, man.
Yes, I heard.
We were talking about that.
Congrats.
Also, from a cutting up chorus standpoint, this album let us scratch up all the lines we had forgotten to scratch up back when we were out in the 90s and 2000s. So like the Gangstar line, Eon, and the aroma of the blunts got me thinking beyond. Like that was just kinder to be a high and mighty scratch, and finally got it done.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for that. That's one of the things, like a key part of you guys always, but like hearing all those references, and even then I'm sitting there like, oh, that's Chill Rap G. So that's this Gangstar song, or it jogs your memory, and dude, like, and when you guys go back and forth and you bring them in, like, it's I love it. Thank you so much. That is so refreshing.
Thanks, man. That's flattering because when I would listen to Gangstar albums, I couldn't wait for the next scratch chorus to see what Premier would scratch, and it was the same thing. You would say, "Oh, that's Craig G from or that and that was such a fun thing. Is like recognizing what he was cutting up.
Yeah,
it almost brought validation when you would recognize and you could say, "Oh, I know what that is." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My favorite was always not knowing what it is and then hearing a song down the line and be like, "Oh, shit, that's what that is."
Oh yeah,
sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of those Premiere ones.
Yeah, a lot of those. Exactly. I still find stuff. I'm like, "Oh, that's what that is." Damn.
Yeah, but everything, like you got the presentation, like you said, the scratches, the names of the titles, like even Philly real, the Philly heads get it, like the Palestra, all that stuff is so dope. It's so dope. Prism.
Thank you.
Like I just would look at the titles like, that's dope. Like
yeah, that's what it is. It's for 40 and 50-year-old people who were in there doing it when we were 16.
When you said I got the bolts on my head like Lance Allworth from like that shit is
Thank you.
I get it.
Always trying. I'm trying, man.
Bro, it's ill. You see, I hit you up when the album came out. I'm like, this line, There's so many.
And like
dope
when
lines.
Jazzy Jeff like that video where we made the album cover come alive. Like that means so much because Jazzy Jeff was going to Sound of Market when it looked like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Thank you so much.
Beautiful stuff, guys. And
thank you for always supporting us, man. It means so much.
Thank you so much, y'all.
There's not that many places that urban contemporary old man rap is being played. So every single spin is appreciated. Every one of these, man. The Chubb Rock video will live forever in our hearts, and I was glad that I got to thank Flatline in person, but like for real, we appreciate you guys more than you know.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Pleasure.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Thank you guys.
Anything we can do, we appreciate you guys and the music you make, man. It's a beautiful thing to have you doing new music, and we're always here for it.
All right, we'll keep it going.
Yep, keep it going.
Thank you. Thank you in advance.
Yes, exactly.
We're trying.
Hopefully we see you in July.
That would be dope, man.
I'm down.
Come
on, let's do this.
Yes.
I'll see. Let me see what's going on around then. Maybe I can take a drive. We'll see.
Okay,
come on, see that. Let's go.
Yep, let's go.
All right, good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eon, DJ Mighty Mighty, the High Mighty.
Yep.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Hands forever.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
you.
Peace.
Peace.
Woo.
Thank you for holding it down, guys.
Come on.
Appreciate it.
Nerdfest 2025.
You got High and Mighty's two biggest fans.
Yeah. It was no problem.
I figured as much.
No,
it's always awkward for me that I come in. I'm like, oh shit, what did they talk about? So here you have a new album out.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though? Whenever you come in, you just pick right up. It's not like you don't rehash things.
That's good. That's good. Try not to.
You already know the feel before you get in there.
Yeah. It takes me a minute to get up to speed, but I'm I try to blend in there as easy as I can. So
all good.
But great stuff. I listened to the I was listening to their album this morning and stuff. It's so dope. A lot of fun.
It's just dope. It's
just dope. It's just one of those dope records.
It takes you back. It's like, oh, this is what we should have been doing the whole time. And it just sounds like, oh, this is a High and Mighty record.
Yeah.
Like,
there's nothing forced about it. It's a very natural flow to it. Like the guests make sense. And man, I mean, Eon is just still as sharp as ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Milo with the cuts, it's crazy.
The cuts are
stupid.
Yeah, they really did it on this one. It's love it.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Chris
wants to know if he can go to bed now.
Yes. Of course, Christopher.
You might as well just stay up and go to work because it's too late now.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So I guess we'll wrap this up. I forget what. Shit. There is a new episode of Body Hat Weekly tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. I just can't remember what the album is. They said what it was last week, and I cannot remember. Damn it. All right. Anyway, but new Body Hat Weekly right here on Channel Zero tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, with Dave Sy Mocha only. And I guess are we doing we got the Andrew Don't Stop radio show this week? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we absolutely do.
Okay.
Yeah. Back in action. Thanks for covering.
No problem.
I haven't listened yet, but I'm sure you did great.
I messed up one little thing, but that's all right.
I don't think you did.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean nobody's gonna know, but like I misread your email, so I cut it in half in the wrong spot. So Kevin was like, no big deal. So new Angie Don't Stop this weekend, and then Sunday night be back here, Channel Zero, with Jennifer O'Jenny, Ultra Mag 7 for the mixtape with our man DJ Soul Butt. He'll be spinning the tunes of our next week's guest. Who we got coming up next week?
Who we got coming up next week, everybody? I hope you're sitting down because somebody from the Jurassic 5 is showing up, better known as Soup.
Soup.
Yep. So we will be joined by Fully Love, aka Soup from J5.
AKA Zakir.
AKA Zakir. Yes. Exactly. Lots of AKAs going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be back here next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, everybody watching live, everybody watching on the replay. And please like and subscribe if you did what we were doing here at Channel Zero. Got lots of videos and all kinds of exciting stuff and some dope shows. And yeah, definitely check out Soul Buck on Sunday. And yeah, we will see everybody next week for another episode of It's C-Doc again.